What makes Parker Snobble crew so committed to the grind? Is it the thrill of gold mining or the paycheck? We're talking about back-breaking hours, freezing temperatures, and a brutal schedule that would wear down even the toughest of workers. So is all that effort worth it? Let's find out what their reality looks like. Parker Schnabel and his crew have been a fan favorite on Gold Rush for years, drawing viewers into the high-stakes, high-reward world of mining. And while it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a huge gold haul, many fans wonder how much do these miners actually take home at the end of a grueling season. In the latest season, Parker's team managed to extract a staggering 73,800 ounces of gold worth around $14.7 million. Sounds like a dream payday, right? But when you break it down to individual salaries, things get a lot more complicated. Sure, the gold totals are massive, and for the season we have 74.9. Oh, cheers, guys, best year ever, but does that mean the crew is rolling in cash? Not exactly. After all, mining isn't just about striking it rich, it's about expenses, risks, and the reality that not every day yields treasure. And let's be honest, gold mining isn't a job where you clock in at 9, sip coffee, and ease into the workday. So who's really making the big bucks? And what's left for the ones doing the hardest work? Parker's crew isn't just made up of guys with shovels. Each member plays a crucial role in keeping the operation running, from foremen and mechanics to heavy equipment operators. Everyone has a job that demands skill, endurance, and sheer willpower. So what does the pay look like? A base salary for a crew member starts at around $144,000 for 6 months. That might sound low at first glance, but keep in mind they're packing 18 months of work into just 6 long shifts, minimal days off, and an exhausting routine. Make sure that every single dollar is earned the hard way. Most crew members work about 75 hours a week, with some pushing past that when needed. This translates to an average hourly wage of around $28, adding up to approximately $65,000 per season before bonuses. Those with more experience can earn closer to $34 an hour, which significantly boosts their earnings if the season goes well. Parker doesn't hold back on rewarding his team. Performance bonuses, while undisclosed, are said to be substantial. After all, the more gold they pull in, the bigger the payday. As far as the season goes, the final total was $77,000. Applause. 381. That is unreal. But that's not the only financial boosts. Some crew members also earn extra income from their TV appearances, depending on their role and screen time. Certain key figures on Gold Rush can make anywhere between $110,000 to $30,000 per episode. With over 20 episodes per season, that adds up quickly for those in the spotlight. Mining isn't just about money, it's about survival in one of the most extreme jobs out there. Parker knows that his crew sacrifices a lot, and that's why certain perks help soften the blow. One of the biggest benefits: free housing and meals during the mining season. With months spent away from family in the comforts of home, having living expenses covered allows crew members to save more of their earnings and trust us out in the harsh conditions of the Yukon. A hot meal and a warm bed can mean everything, but is it enough? The reality is that while free housing and meals take care of basic necessities, they don't compensate for the mental and physical toll of the job. Living in close quarters for months can be draining, with limited personal space and few ways to unwind. The isolation from loved ones, coupled with the relentless workload, makes for an incredibly demanding lifestyle. Some might argue that a few extra perks, such as better recreational facilities, occasional travel allowances, or even mental health resources, could go a long way in improving morale. At the end of the day, these perks are valuable, but they don't erase the sheer exhaustion and sacrifice required to be part of Parker's crew. Let's not sugarcoat it. This job is tough. The crew works 12-hour shifts day in and day out, often following a 12 days on 2 days off Schedule that's relentless, especially when you factor in the cold, the exhaustion, and the physical toll of working in the wilderness. Oh, this is going to be a long night. How you looking? That's Sir Good Perfect. This is part of slaying in the cold. You ready? Yeah. I got it. The mining camp itself, it's not exactly a luxury resort. It's loud, cramped, and offers very little privacy. Add in unpredictable equipment failures, difficult terrain, and bitter cold, and you start to understand why not everyone makes it through a full season. Now, imagine doing all of that, pushing your body to the limit and dealing with the constant stress of meeting production goals. The exhaustion is real, physical, mental, and emotional. Long shifts blend into each other, and after days of relentless labor, even a 5-minute break feels like a luxury. And let's not forget the sheer monotony of the job, moving endless piles of dirt, handling heavy machinery, and troubleshooting broken equipment for weeks on end can be mind-numbing. The days are long, the work is tedious, and the only real break they get is when they collapse into bed at the end of their shift, only to wake up and do it all over again. Some might wonder, why would anyone willingly do this? Is the money really worth it? This is not a job for the faint of heart. It's one of the toughest gigs out there, and the men and women who stick with it are made of something different in this kind of environment. Morale is everything. A strong team dynamic can mean the difference between pushing through or burning out. Surprisingly, one of the most important roles in the camp isn't a miner, it's the cook. Good food keeps everyone going, and Parker himself understands how crucial this is. In fact, he often takes the cook's side in disputes because he knows that well-fed miners are happy miners. Beyond just the food, there's an unspoken bond between the crew. I really want to thank you all. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that every one of you guys wants to come back, because every one of you guys has a spot here. They rely on each other, not just to get through the work, but to survive the elements and maintain sanity and an otherwise grueling lifestyle. Jokes, small victories, and shared hardships make up the glue that holds the team together when things go wrong, and they often do. It's that sense of camaraderie that keeps them pushing forward, one exhausting shift at a time. Without it, even the toughest miners wouldn't last long in the unforgiving world of gold mining. While Parker's crew grinds day in and day out, their boss carries an entirely different kind of burden. As the leader of the operation, Parker shoulders massive financial risks, but he also reaps the biggest rewards. Depending on how successful the season is, his earnings range anywhere from $600,000 to $1 million annually, factoring in both his mining profits and is cut from the show's revenue. But Parker isn't just making money from gold and TV, he's also involved in sponsorship deals, public appearances, and business ventures that keep him financially stable in a notoriously unpredictable industry. He's built a brand beyond just mining, making smart investments that secure his future while his crew faces the elements in grueling labor. Parker is making moves that ensure he stays profitable no matter how the mining seasons go. His ability to balance risk and reward has kept him at the top of the game, proving that in gold mining, strategy is just as important as hard work. As the gold rush continues, Parker's role evolves. These days, he's spending less time behind the controls of heavy machinery and more time managing logistics, things like licensing, equipment deals, and team coordination. It's not as thrilling as striking gold, but it's necessary for keeping his operation running smoothly. Despite the challenges, Parker's crew remains one of the most dedicated teams on the show. Their loyalty isn't just about the paycheck, it's about the thrill, the brotherhood, and the adventure that comes with being part of something bigger than themselves. At the end of the day, gold mining is one of the most punishing yet rewarding careers out there. The money can be great, but it's never guaranteed. The long hours, the harsh conditions, and the sheer exhaustion push these miners to their limits, but for those who stick it out, the payoff, both financial and personal, can be life-changing. So, is Parker Schnabel's crew in it for the money, or the thrill of the hunt? Maybe it's a little of both. Either way, they're living a life that most of us could only imagine, one where every shovel full of dirt carries the promise of something extraordinary.